What's up, everybody? I'm going to open up today with another book. The book that I want to talk about is 50 Cent, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter. Um, I love this book a lot because it really changed my life. I've been listening to 50 Cent for a very long time. He's probably the first album I memorized from start to finish. And just watching his transition from being a rapper to I think he was one of the first people that I saw get into the business world with vitamin water, and him selling that and making a lot of money off of that, and then transitioning into the film. And so the book kind of talks about how he's realized when his time was up to make that transition into something else, and the work that he put in. A lot of it is about his hunger, as ambition to make it to the top, but his wisdom to stay there. And so I really admire his story. I feel like he's a walking 48 Laws of Power if you haven't read that book either. And he's just a very interesting person that I hope to meet someday.
All right, Bob, you want to start us off?
Sure, buddy. Hey, you got named to the Pro Bowl yesterday. Just 10 years in, what does it mean to you to get honors like that? You're leading the NFL in tackles and all that, just to sort of still, I guess, be doing this 10 years in?
I'm definitely grateful. I don't take this lightly. I understand it's a hard sport and it's a hard thing, but I pride myself on consistency. My teammates, help me out a lot. The ones in front of me and ones behind me, and so it's an honor that I am selected to this for the 8th time. I can't say that my rookie year I could have imagined all of this, but I'm truly grateful, and going to see how long we can keep it going.
John Boyle.
Yeah, Bobby, with Justin Fields, you guys haven't probably seen a quarterback quite as mobile as him this season since Arizona had their backup, and when you face them, just what's the challenge of keeping Justin Fields in check?
Just understanding when he's going to take off. Understanding if he has a pass play and doesn't see anything downfield. He's really good at using his legs, and also the offensive, kind of uses that read zone options and things of that nature to kind of put that into the game. And once he gets into that flow, whether he makes a couple runs, throws a couple passes, he kind of gets into a rhythm. So that's the challenge, is making sure that we make him one-dimensional, don't let him run around, get his confidence, and just make tackles.
Tim Booth.
Hey, Bobby. There's been very rare moments in your career where games haven't had some sort of playoff meaning or playoff implications to them here in Seattle. And the next 3 weeks probably are that way. How do you approach these next three weeks? What's important for you for these next 3 games to finish off the season?
I think I approach them the same way. I think there's stuff that I can get better at. There's stuff that I feel like our defense can get better at. And so, you're looking for ways to get better towards the end and try to figure out how to, close the season off the right way. We understand that there's a lot of stuff that's not in our control that we can't really worry about. But I think the focus there is just, playing good football and finish the season off the right way. And that's my focus, just trying to see, can I play my best these last 3 games.
Jen.
You've asked about this a little before, but situational football, whether it's third downs for this defense or red zone defense, why has it been such an obvious strength, especially the last 8 weeks?
It's just something we focus on. I think any great defense, really understands situational football, and moments like third down or in the red zone are those key moments, because third down extends the drive, and then obviously red zone they get into the end zone. So those are areas that we focus on and just try to be great at those. I know our yards are kind of crazy, but I think situationally we've done a decent job.
Now, how do you evaluate that when there's been a couple of penalties on third downs that have extended the drive, but the play was also made? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's just on us. We got to be smarter. We can't, if we get off the field, we can't give them another opportunity, or we can't, shoot ourselves. So a lot of that is just, mentally we have to be more focused and not do something that keeps us on the field or do something that hurts us.
Jackie.
Hey, Bobby, going back to the Bears, can you talk about their run game and, David Montgomery, but also how Justin Fields, how he fits into their run game? Is it designed like run plays, or is it just his scrambling that's giving him those yards?
No, obviously it starts with Montgomery, but I think they have designed run games. They have read options into it. They have a little bit of RPOs. And so I think everything complements one another. They have a lot of motions to try to, get you out of your gaps or make you misfit. And then they'll let Justin Fields keep the ball from time to time. And I think that's kind of what makes it, difficult to pinpoint one person. So I think they do a good job of kind of, playing with your eyes and making sure that, if you're not in your gap, they're going to, they have two guys that can find the gap and really capitalize on that.
And then kind of going back to the Pro Bowl, but looking at Quandre Diggs, how instrumental has he been, or how important of a piece has he been to the secondary since coming here to Seattle?
He's been huge for our team, not just the defense, but for our team. He's a great leader, a person that everybody gets along with. He's extremely smart and understands everything that's going on in front. He's a player that we are very fortunate to have, very blessed to be on this team. And, he's made everybody on this team better. And so it's an honor to be named the Pro Bowl with him.
Greg?
Hello, sir. The other night in LA, Quandre Diggs mentioned that the need for professionalism, how he wants to set an example here the last 3 games, and you're paid to play all 17 games, and that was going to be a focus of his. Is that something you want to message to younger players with what's not or not at stake anymore, or does the NFL and the nature of it not being guaranteed, and you don't know what next year brings, take care of that on its own?
Ask that question again. I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
Well, Diggs was saying, I'm going to be a professional about this, and I want to set an example to younger players that I'm playing out this season just to be a professional.
Uh-huh.
Do you have to harp on that or drive that message home to younger players who may not have been in this situation before, or does the NFL, because nothing's guaranteed and the contracts aren't guaranteed, everyone's playing for a job next year all the time anyway, does it already automatically take care of itself that way?
I think you do kind of send that message a little bit, but a lot of it is, the younger guys are going to follow with however the older guys act. And so, I think regardless of where you at in your career, regardless of the situation, every time you step out there on the field, it's your resume and what you put on tape, other teams see. So even if it's a situation where you're not going to be here, other teams see how you finish the season. Other teams see your mindset and your mentality, when things are going good versus when things are going not so great. And they understand that, whether it's the team that you play for or the team that you can potentially go to. And so, I think it's important for, us older guys to kind of teach the younger guys how to be professional and how to operate when things are going well and when things are not going well. And the ones that will last a long time will understand the message. The ones that don't, they'll kind of fizzle out like everybody else. But there's a level of professionalism that always has to happen. And regardless of the circumstances, you want to go out and perform at your best and put your best film out there, because you never know who's watching the film. And so that's the message that I send. And the league being not for long, you can't really pay attention to that, because that's when that message kind of comes into fruition. The moment you stop playing the way that you're playing, the moment they kick you out the league and you don't get back in.
Art?
Now that you've had a little bit of time to reflect on the schedule change that the NFL imposed on you and the Rams, obviously nobody liked it. It was not good. But do you think that the Players Union might have done something better, or would you recommend something in the future be done differently than what played out?
I think if a situation like this happened, because I think I understand both sides. Obviously, from the NFL side, they want to get paid, and from the NFLPA side, they want us to get paid. And so I get trying to do whatever you can to make sure we had that game. But if I was to change something, I would say if we're going to move the game from Sunday to Tuesday, then I would also move that following game to let the players have more time to recover, because a lot of people were comparing it to the Thursday night game when we have like an extra day from the Thursday night game versus this game. But with the Thursday game, you get 3 days off and you kind of get a little bit of break. But with this game, you go right into the next week. So, if I was to change it, if you're going to postpone this game, I would also postpone the following game, just so you have the same amount of time to recover. Because if we really talking about player safety, it's very hard to play a game Tuesday and then come back and play a game Sunday and then play another game Sunday. And so that's what I would do differently. That's what I would propose. But, obviously we have people who think otherwise.
Thanks.
All right, 2 more. Michael Sean.
Hey, Bobby, at what point in your life did you become such an avid reader?
Probably when I got to the league. Coach Norton really pushed us on reading, and I always thought I was a reader back before, but I was more of a skimmer. I kind of just took what I needed to take and then, moved on. But I think there was an off season, I think after my rookie year or my second year, where Coach Norton kind of challenged us to not only find ways to get better on the football field, but find ways to sharpen our minds off the field. And so, I read a couple books, especially when I got hurt my third year. I really got into reading because it really kind of helped me through that dark time. And so, I just liked it, started reading, started making myself well-versed, and then I just enjoyed it. I enjoy reading other people's stories. Everybody's story is different, so I try to pick, bits and pieces from people's story and try to apply it to my own.
Just in general, looking back now, how do you think that challenge that Ken made that's turned you into an avid reader, how do you think that has kind of impacted how your journey in the league has played out?
It impacted a lot more than he probably realizes because I picked up the book, it made me want to go pick up the CBA and read the CBA. And because I read the CBA, I felt confident enough to do my own deal, and it kind of turned into a lot of things. But it really pushed me to read, and as I was getting into reading and networking and meeting different people, that was the main thing that I was getting back from, regardless of, a person's net worth that I was meeting. The one thing that was always consistent was how much they read and how much they read all the time. And so, if I want my net worth to look like that, I needed to read like that.
Thanks.
All right, Brady.
Bobby, Jordan had another productive game, I think 11 tackles, and I think he's 2 or 3 spots behind you on the tackles list. Just wondering where you think his development has gone, specifically in terms of defending the screen passes, which I know was something that he talked about wanting to do better at, and also just his development in general in year 2.
Yeah, man, he just, he's made his mind up that he wants to be great, and I think that's what you're starting to see, and he's making incredible plays, and he's coming downhill, and he's getting in the backfield. And there was a point in the season where, a lot of people were, looking at the screens and thinking about KJ and kind of challenging him to not necessarily be like KJ, but, start making those plays. And he took that challenge on, and you see him making more and more of those plays and seeing, and his his IQ has grown so much from the start of the season till now. The way he conducts himself off the field has grown so much, and he really, really can be an amazing player in this league, and I look forward to watching him develop into a very special player.
Still a rookie, yeah or nay?
Yeah, still a rookie. He got rookie dinner, and then maybe after the rookie dinner, depending on how well he treats us, he might get his name.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Bobby.
All right, appreciate y'all. Happy holidays.
You too.
Happy holidays. Thank you.